Mr. John, how you doing?
Live.
I'm doing well.
Let's get it on. All right. Live out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to
Atlantic City. Get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Originally from not originally, but normally out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Byron Jones is broadcasting out of Atlantic City. He wanted to be there for the first game, and he's in the owner's lounge. So we are live, brought to you by the Sportscast. Today is September 7th, 2023. We're already going into the holiday season. Time goes by fast. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to Sportscast on all your channels, YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes. You could also get us on Stitcher, or if you got, we have our podcast is on Apple. Please leave us a review. Jersey Boy Sports Talk. You see the picture. Well, not this one. I'll show you the next one behind us. If you like what you're hearing, smash the subscribe button below and please share it to smart sport fans. We are streaming live as you listen to us. We are streaming live every Thursday, 8 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. You could also see our playlist, and then you could also hear us on the podcast. We have a lot of sheets, spreadsheets that Byron's built over the last couple of years, over the top 25, the best in the league, linemen, depth charts of the Giants. Go check that out and download it. Let's get ready to go. Get started. Mr. Byron Jones, live out of Atlantic City. How are you today?
It was a little hot around here today. I'm sure it's down in Delaware. It's probably just the same, but it was hot. But being right here right in the board, just walk outside, you get the nice breeze from outside, man, because it was cooking before I got over here. So, we've been here the last 3-4 days. So we're leaving tomorrow. But yeah.
Right.
Oh, you're going to leave right as it cools down.
Mr. Jon Ronneberg, welcome to the show. Our Denver and Colorado sports expert. I appreciate you joining our show as always, my fraternity brother. And hey, listen, I have my background right now, and I'll be switching it back. I just want to shout out to a good friend of mine and Byron's and Amboy Nation, Mo Bryant. Today was a year. I can't believe it was a year from his passing. And within a year, I lost Mo, how many friends, and then my stepdad and my dad. Man, I'm close to almost double digits in friends and family.
Yeah.
It's been a rough year for me. I'm starting to get gray hair. As long as I got hair, I'm fine, but I've got gray hair, it's starting to turn gray. So as you guys comb yours. All right. So Mo, God bless you. The Bryant family. Mo's good, deep friend of mine. God bless you, Mo. I know you're playing all kinds of sports and showing them who the captain is up there in heaven. We bless you, Mo, and your family.
Well, hey, Victor, guess what? They needed him the other day when I went to the Perth Amboy Carteret game. Woo, that was brutal.
Well, that usually happens. Unfortunately for Perth Amboy football.
42-7.
I got to get a new background. I'm going to change the background, change up the show. 42. Oh, I heard Carteret's pretty good though.
Yes, it was a lot of speed on the Carteret. A lot of speed.
What kind of offense is Amboy running?
Spread offense, like everybody.
That's what you need. Well, first of all, Amboy should have ran the spread offense before everybody else, only because we always had good athletes, right?
But they did run the run and shoot when Coach Stinson was there. The guy that he left and I think he went with the Giants or someplace he went. But originally, like in the early 90s, because the one kid that they had that came from Franklin Township, he ended up playing at Clemson. And Stinson was his head coach at Franklin Township, and then he came to Perth Amboy, and they did like an early when they had what was that, Brad Bishop and William Clark and those guys. They did run the run and shoot in the early 90s.
You have to with Amboy because we don't have the big linemen and stuff. You got to run. First of all, our kids like to score. That's why we're good in basketball, right? And then we got position athletes. So you just got to make quick. It's just got to be faster passing. You know what I mean? And defensively, and you also got to get the kids to come out. We got kids walking the halls that should be playing that don't play. You
should have seen the ones I saw when I went to the game. The kids that was in the stand was bigger than the ones on the field.
That happens all the time. So anyways, shout out to Mo and those who lost somebody. We've all lost, and I'm still dealing with my dad. So hopefully it'll get a little bit easier each day. I just keep thinking of calling him. It's hard, man. That habit is crazy, man. You would think that it's past, so. But anyhow, we got a lot to talk about. The football season is starting tonight, right? What channel is it on? Because I turned it on Prime. It's not on
Like
Prime.
NBC.
NBC, yeah.
It's on regular TV. All right, so I'll get that on now. All right, so just so we're clear. Oh, why did I do that? This so we're clear. Byron picked Detroit to win this game. John, who do you have?
I'm going with my man Byron.
Whoa!
Yeah, oh my God, you got no. I'm telling you, no, I'm taking Kansas City. I ain't going against Patrick.
Detroit's a dark horse. I don't, how they finished the year last year. I want to see what they can do this year.
They finished the season 8-2 last year.
Yep.
Yeah, and they got better. They're even better than they were last year. I'm just turning it on. All right, so you have them winning. I got Kansas City. I'm not going to go against Patrick Mahomes like I did.
Kelsey's not playing tonight, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's not playing. That's the other thing that makes it easier to take Detroit.
I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change my choice.
Their best defensive lineman is not playing too, right? Chris Jones. He's up in the suite right now over there.
Did they sign him now?
No, he's in the suite, chilling, watching the game. They just said that on TV.
He's next to Byron.
I thought it was next to you, Byron.
He's right over there.
That's exactly what I was going to say, John.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, cuz?
I go, Byron, where you at? He goes, I'm in the owner's club. This club.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Time is good. Yeah. So, anyways, I'm excited for Sunday Night Football too, because we got a big boy Giants. They're playing at the Giants. Byron, I picked the Giants. Byron, you picked the Giants, right? Yeah.
I picked the Giants, man. Come on, man. We gonna start that again?
No, we're just making sure our fans are clear on who your team is.
I can't in clear conscience pick the Cowboys. I just can't do it.
That's good enough.
Byron, do you see all the smack I talk about the Cowboys on Facebook?
Yeah,
I can't take that back. I cannot take that back.
All right, so we're excited. Do we have any injuries on the Giants right now that we're concerned with that you have over there, Byron?
No, not well. They got the guy like Wandell Robinson with the knee. He's coming back from that, and it's just a little minor. So Nixon, whatever from preseason, but they're full go live come Sunday night.
I think we're going to take that game. Personally, I think we're going to take the game.
Let me kick Dallas one down.
I'm thinking it's going to be 24-21.
Yeah, I picked that though. Just so you remember, Tyron Smith, their great tackle, is hurt again. He might not play.
For the Giants?
Dallas. Tyron Smith, the one that's like all world, is always like for the last 2-3 years, he's been hurt. Like every year, he's hurt again, like a hamstring or something. So we'll see how effective he's going to be against Mr. Thibodeau and Ojulari and Mr. Isaiah Simmons.
Nothing would be sweeter than to start off the season with a giant win against Dallas.
I'm going to go 24-17 Giants.
24-17. All right. So we're giving this. So we're excited about that. And the Giants that's going to be happening. Giants in Dallas, and then you got Philadelphia. Who's Philadelphia's first opponent? Byron.
Patriots.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
Eagles.
Patriots. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Eagles. I'm
picking the Patriots. I'm gonna be difficult. I did that the other day. I picked the Patriots. I'm gonna be difficult. I'm gonna say the Patriots are gonna pull an upset.
Hey, listen to me. I would not mind if listen to me. Anytime an NFC East team loses, I don't mind. I just think Philadelphia's a good team. I'm not sure if Belichick has got his team ready yet. I don't know. Mac Jones still has time, and I don't think he's got enough power to go against those guys. But we'll see what happens. And the Commanders,
they're going to run they have two good tight ends, New England, and they're going to run a lot of 12 personnel. And the Eagles have a new Kobe Dean, a linebacker there, and they have new safeties. And usually when you have the 12 personnel, you attack the middle of the field with the linebackers, and if there's a weakness, he's going to find it.
Well, I like Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones, at least, in the beginning, and let's see what pans out. I thought Mac Jones was a good pick for them. He's really smart, right? He can handle the playbook for the Patriots. It's not easy, but Patriots don't have an easy playbook.
Well, they got the new
remember Trey Lance was the smartest quarterback in the draft.
Yeah. We see how that worked out. He's with Dallas.
He's smart enough to get his contract and get traded. But that shocked me. But I think that he's a good quarterback for the Patriots. But you never know what's going to happen there. They got to do something. And I just see how long it's going to take for him to break that record. How long he's going to stay around. to break that record. All right, and then the Commanders. I don't think it really matters. The Commanders play, but hey, I like to see Ron Rivera. I like Ron Rivera though.
I'm not gonna beat them down. Let's don't beat them down. They're gonna surprise some people, man. I'm telling you, man, they're gonna be a lot better than what people think they are. They already have a good defense, and they just need a quarterback. And I believe in Sam Howell. I like him. Yeah, I like him out of North Carolina, but we'll see how it's gonna roll. And Eric Bieniemy, I want to see him be successful there too.
Yeah, that's the hard part about that, being in NFCs. I like to see Bieniemy be successful, right? I like to see Ron Rivera be successful. It's just they're in our conference, right? So, and then what are they, 2 years removed from the playoffs?
Who?
The Commanders.
Yeah, after they backed in when Philadelphia pulled that flim-flam on the Giants a few years ago.
Yeah, whatever the deal is. These playoff experience, player experience. All right, so hey, look, we got a lot to talk about. Joey Bosa signed a big contract. Was it a dollar? Was it a dollar? Was it a dollar more?
No, it was 100 and what? I think 170.
Not Joey, Nick Bosa.
Yes, Nick.
Yes, Nick, not Joey.
Nick. Joey's the other guy, and it's like $122 million guarantee. But the only problem get that big contract, that guy, like, hey Chris, hey, what's his name? Just got $122 million guarantee. Now he's going to want the same thing with the Chiefs.
Let him overspend. I don't care.
Yeah, but when you look at, like, I looked at like San Francisco's, like the guys that are getting paid on that team, they got a whole lot of like a tremendous, Debo Sanders, Christian McCaffrey, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner. They got like 6 or 7 or 8 guys. I mean, are making a ton of money, and that bill's gonna come due real soon. As far as with a salary cap.
Hey, Byron, I was looking for his contract. I ain't looking so bad. It says how many reps. Reps did those do? He did a lot. He did 29 reps of 225.
Who?
Nick Bosa.
Dude, man, you figured.
Dude, I did 19. That was a defensive back.
You figured a dad played football in the NFL, which we know Miami.
I'm just saying, I did 19. 19 was pretty good.
For who?
I did 19 reps.
I can't believe you did no 19, man. You probably 19 with something else, man. 19.
I did 19 reps 225, bro. I was doing 4 sets of 10 with 225. Wow, I was
a
senior.
That's it?
4 sets of 10?
That's all?
So I could do 19 at one time.
19 what?
19 reps 225 is what I did.
Yeah, okay. Prove it.
I don't think those records were kept from Upsala. So
number one and number two, thank God there was no social media when I was around. That would have been a problem. But I did do 19, bro. I was strong as shit.
Are you sure?
I'm telling
it wasn't
you,
like on the wait a minute. It wasn't on the Universal machine, was it? It was like the real, the real thing.
Dude, I was
inclining. Universal.
He just pulled out the Universal on you?
I was inclining. Bro, I was inclining 315.
What, on the Universal?
No, it's not. Bro, it's strong.
Yo, hey, you remember
John was younger than me, but ask but this isn't in high school, bro. This is my senior year. What are you talking about? Anyways, I was just saying 29 reps was good. You know who hit, I think, broke a record with Pete Volpe. Volpe did a high number of reps. I don't know. You don't remember him, John. This dude was a stud, bro. He came transferred from our college. He was able to walk onto the Jets. That dude did a lot, right? He was great. Him and I on defense and then Al Callahan and Pat O'Hagan. We had a lot of good guys at Argandisa. But anyways, let's go. Joey Bosa's contract is
Nick, man, come on, man.
Not Joey.
Joey's
not going to make that money.
Hold on a second. Nick Bosa's contract. Just want to look at it so he could talk smack to his brother, right? I should put verse.
Well, the one thing about Nick is he's not hurt as much as Joey is.
Yeah, Joey's hurt all the time.
Yeah, so that's why, once again, the Chargers defense doesn't scare a Denver fan at all. Sorry.
They had a video when I guess Joey was going into the stadium when they were playing the Eagles. Man, them Eagle fans was roasted Joey Bosa on the way in. Oh my God, they was killing this guy.
Say that again.
When his brother was playing against the Eagles, Joey Bosa was coming to the stadium over here to Philadelphia, and as he was coming in, they started Joey, and just started chanting, and it's like was lighting him. I can't say some of the stuff they were saying. And then, came back at him, And then they kept going. And then next, his girlfriend like sort of shuffled him, into the stadium. But they was roasting him.
So he got 170 million. He got 122 guaranteed at 25 years old.
Yep.
And man, I ran into that kid while he was playing as a freshman, a sophomore.
Well, guess what? He got paid. I think his brother got paid too a couple of years ago.
Joey's Bosa's car brings him, and Joey's he's got an average of 27 million versus here. Nick versus Joey comparisons. I want to see.
Not bad.
Nick and
Joey, the favorite's going to be at Thanksgiving now.
Yeah, Nicky. Hey, Nicky. Yeah. And I'm sure his father, when he played back there in Miami, I'm sure he didn't make nowhere near the kind of money these guys are making. Not even close.
Not even adjusted for 2023.
No.
Nick's is 170, guaranteed 122. Joey's is 135. So you got 35 million different. Average is 27. His average is 34. His guarantee is 102. Joey's guarantees is 122. It's a little bro, but he deserves it. The little brother's usually the better athlete, anyways.
Oh, he's a great athlete. There ain't no mistake about that.
Except for Eli. Peyton was better, but that's another story.
Yeah, but Eli was the better athlete.
Yes, that I will say.
Eli was a better athlete. And Pate has said Eli is actually a better quarterback.
And what that comes from? No, he did say that. And what
Peyton
that comes
said
from,
it. He said that, but Eli didn't like putting the work I put in.
He didn't. He didn't work.
He didn't put in the studying Peyton was a pure student.
Right. Well, you figure when they had the story about like when Eli, like when he first got to Ole Miss, he got caught out there drinking. You never heard about with Peyton. Everything with Peyton, you heard he was watching film, always working his craft. But Eli was having a good time, down there at Ole Miss.
They also said that Cooper, the older brother, was really good.
Yeah, Cooper was actually, they say, better than either one.
They say he was one of the best. It's just
receiver.
But man,
that's Arch Manning's dad.
Between two sons, you got $200 million in the household. I think Mama got a new house.
No, it's more than that because Eli was like two sons. Both of them were over 200 million.
I'm talking about the Boses.
Oh, the Boses.
What happens to John last week? We were talking about like Nick just wants to get $1 more than his brother.
Yeah.
Well, he got 35 million.
Yeah.
I'd have done the same thing. I just want $1 more than my brother.
Hey, listen to me. I know from what I know of that family that I've seen, I'm sure his brother's very happy for his little brother because they played on the national championship team together as when Nick was a freshman and Joey was a senior. Yeah. And I was at that game. Huh? What was that?
They're that big apart, like 2 or 3 years like that.
They're only 3. Yeah. So his brother was a senior and Joey is a senior. Nick was a freshman.
Yeah, but Joey was a 12-year senior, so let's be realistic about that. He was 32.
I don't know, but like I said, there's genes. I mean, that's amazing though to have a father. What are the odds that your kids? You think about it. You look at me. I'm 6 foot. My father was 5'9". My mom was maybe 5'2", right? But then you have guys that are really big and their kids aren't as big, right? Your parents that are really big. Like that kid Christian Gonzalez, I think the defensive back.
Yeah, like 6'2".
Yeah, he's 6'2", but his father's 6'10". His father was like a pro basketball player, and his mom was like a track star. His sister's a track superstar, but his father's 6'10". He's 6'2". Now 6'2" is tiny. I'm just saying to you, but to have then 2 sons to be phenomenal defensive end athletes as well. And I'm telling you, like I said, the father, when you see him, you knew that guy was some kind of athlete. Because of his age and just he's still built. I mean, he's still in great shape. You know what I mean? So God bless the Bosa family. Shout out.
He was part of the Killer Bees back in the day with Miami Dolphins.
I didn't even know he was a first-round pick. I didn't realize he was that good. And shout out to St. Thomas Aquinas, right, who produces a lot of good football out there. So let's go. So we got that. I got something to go with, and we're going to go a little bit off this piece. So you know how much Deion Sanders fan I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There we go. We're heading toward the right part now. Okay. There you go.
So it's a couple of things. One, I like to congratulate Colorado. Number one. Number two, there was zero defense in that game.
No, none whatsoever.
1,000 yards combined. I mean, he can talk. It's God bless his son, because the son came from HSBC, which still has great athletes. Because remember, back in the day, Grambling was producing a lot of pros.
They all were. Jackson State. Don't forget Walter Payton went to Jackson State.
Yes,
don't forget Jerry Rice go to Mississippi State.
Yep, or Mississippi Valley.
Mississippi Valley, right? So, anyways, but my point being is that he came in, he put up numbers. The kid was ice, because I only saw the last 7 minutes of the game when I realized when it was on. I didn't realize that it made sense that TCU was ranked because they were in the national championship last year, but they got crushed. Yeah, and but there was zero offense in the game. So congratulations to him. Congratulations, Colorado, because Colorado only won one game last year. So to start off in the beginning of the season to beat a ranked team, and I think it was in Colorado, right?
Yeah, no, it was in
it was the TCU. I meant.
And by the way, Uncle Eric, CU alumni. So
TCU alumni?
No, Colorado alumni.
Colorado. All right. Congratulations, Uncle Eric. We gave a shout out to him last week too.
Yeah, great.
So hopefully he doesn't just listen.
You're right,
hopefully he doesn't just listen when you're on.
I don't even think he knows I'm on right now.
But here's my problem now that I got, and Byron, you're going to enjoy this. Okay, well, you know what I'm holding up here, right? So, you know what offended me by Deion Sanders is he got mad at a reporter. He goes, "I'm not a Knoll because where did I graduate from?" So he's considering that's offensive. I would have. I kind of lost a little respect for him.
How is that offensive?
Because he got a degree from an HSBC college. Doesn't mean that's what
come on, you're killing me.
Historically Black University, all right? I'd rather say that. The initials kill me. I can't get it right anytime. What is it? What? HSBC. What?
HCBU. Now you got me going.
See, he's wrong. Historically.
Whatever, man. You're killing me right now.
See, you don't even know what that.
I know what it is. You got me on
historically Black college and university.
There you go.
HBCU.
Oh, HBCU.
Leave it to the whitest guy on the show to know that. Jeez, what am I doing, you two?
Okay, HBCU. That's offensive to me because one, kids went to Florida State. Two, there is nobody in football that you ask where's Deion Sanders from, and they're not going to say Florida State. He played for Bobby Bowden. I thought it was disrespectful for his teammates. He played baseball, basketball, and track. He got his degree. I would have preferred him saying, "Listen, I played for Florida State. Yes, it was a no. That's where I got into the pros, but I graduated from HBCU college."
Well, all he was doing was just stirring the pot, man. That's all he was doing.
That's all
he was so adamant about it. It bothered me. First of all, and then I didn't realize that he actually, I thought he didn't want the Florida State head coaching position. I thought one time we talked about it, and they're just saying that he wanted it, and they didn't give it to him. So maybe that's what teed him off.
He did interview for it.
I wanted him. I wanted him there. Are you kidding me?
Them alumni at Florida State are not ready for Deion Sanders.
No, they are not.
Why? Why do you say that?
Go ahead, Byron. You and I both know what you're going to say. So go ahead and say it.
I don't want to say it, man.
Okay.
We're just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, it's out.
They're not ready for that.
Well, then that's stupid because they should have taken him. Number one, number two, they liked him when he played.
Yeah, that's a difference.
And they also didn't mind when he was primetime when he played.
That's a difference.
Okay. Yep. And he not only that, he won on track, he won on football, and he played baseball. Yeah. So his entire career was from there. It just bothered me when he said, and you know how much of a fan I am of Deion Sanders. I just didn't like him denying it. No, and you're probably right, him stirring up the pot. It just bothered me just because he just got his degree from over there from another school, represent that school. I think he did a great job bringing recognition back to HBCU schools. I think he did a phenomenal job. I think he did a phenomenal job as a coach. I think he did a phenomenal job showing because he brought several HBCU athletes to Colorado, didn't he?
Yeah, I did. A lot of kids
I
in
heard,
Jackson.
I heard he even have a lot of
because he kicked the other 87 left. It was a bunch. It was a whole the whole team turned over. And I think that maybe less than 10 kids actually stayed. That was the Warren Scholarship. It wasn't
but
many.
if you think about it, it is for that school is a kick in the butt, because they have been wandering around the desert for like the last 20 years as far as being a winning organization.
They also didn't pay him.
No.
I mean, what they paid. I mean, what they paid him was like chump change for him.
No.
$1 million.
It was what?
I think it was $900-something thousand.
No, it's more than that, because I think his contract was like 29 million. It was like 25.9 or whatever over whatever amount of time. But then the guy, it was out there. They said that, well, we don't have the money, and they said within a couple of days, the alumni kicked in $28 million. So they did get the money like within a week.
Yep.
What was at Jackson State, right?
No, at
Colorado.
No, Colorado. I know. I'm talking about it. Where was he at?
Jackson State.
Yeah, that's where I'm saying he was only getting paid that.
Oh,
yeah. He turned around. He gave a lot of that money back to help
school,
with the facilities there.
And that's something he doesn't need to do in Boulder, because
his contract was $300,000 with ticket sales, incentives. Contract deal was worth a 4-year, $1.2 million. That included $120,000 in annual performance incentives.
That wasn't much.
He's worth a lot.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, wait. You want to hear a lot now? Joe Burrow has reached agreement with the Bengals on a 5-year, $275 million extension, $219 million guaranteed.
Yep.
Whoa!
Yep.
219 guaranteed just now.
Yep.
He's still less than Deshaun Watson.
What?
It's still less than Deshaun Watson, isn't it? I think Deshaun was like
Byron, get the spreadsheet up.
I think.
Yeah, I think the Deshaun Watson.
The total is 279, but what's his name? Watson is like 236 guaranteed or something like that.
Yeah, he's got Deshaun Watson's 230. No, everything's guaranteed. 5 years, 230,000 guaranteed.
You know what? I'll take that 219 any day.
Mm-hmm.
And 230,000 guaranteed at signing? No, that can't be right. Did he get a $500 million contract?
Who? Joe Burrow?
No.
He got 275 over 5 years. Yeah, you might as well say it.
Yeah, might as well say that. Yeah.
Yeah, he got paid.
Hey, who's walking around the owner's box back there? I just saw someone walk past, man.
That was probably Jerry Jones.
Maintenance guy.
Okay.
It's Jerry Jones. Byron's
no, it's Chris Jones back there.
Well, good for Joe Burrows, from a guy who transferred out of Ohio State that Ohio State wants to keep taking credit for.
Wait a minute. You played this position. I don't know why you didn't bring up this one kid, Travis Hunter. Did you watch him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That kid was good.
129 snaps.
He played both sides. Dion talked about him.
Yep.
And he said that he goes, Michael Irvin talked about it as well, because that's how Michael Irvin said that they got him to come over to Dallas from San Francisco by telling Dion, we're going to let you play receiver.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Travis Hunter, Dion was saying, a guy like Travis Hunter, you can't put a guy like that on one side of the ball. That kid is,
you got to play both. Yeah.
He's a first rounder in both sides. You can pick him as a first rounder receiver, first rounder. He had an interception. And how many yards did he receive it? 126.
Over 100, like 111.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kid is phenomenal, man.
Okay, so let's throw this out there. So if he keeps,
I forgot about Travis Hunter. That was my bad, but that kid was phenomenal.
If he keeps up this level, the whole season is the Heisman Trophy.
But the downside of that is staying healthy, playing like that, playing both sides.
Yes, 100 over 100. That's a lot, and you figure it was in the heat down there in Fort Worth. So
yeah, but this kid's how old is he?
20, probably 19, 20, somewhere around.
I mean, he's and look, I agree with you, John, but look,
the kids are dumb and stupid. We know
it's not only that. It's just that at that level, he's a pro playing against
non-pros,
players, you know, so, you know, it's not like, and he's playing in positions where, you know, he's not the quarterback. He's not a running back that's going to get, you know, he's giving the hits, you know what I mean?
Right.
And when he catches the ball, he's a defensive guy. He's giving the hits, you know what I mean? He's not.
Charles Woodson won the Heisman doing the same thing.
That's true.
That's exactly.
Yep.
That's my point. Right. So and I don't think and Charles Woodson played at Michigan, which is a tougher conference than Colorado's conference. You don't think Michigan still had to play Ohio State?
Well, back in those days, that's when Colorado was good. That's when they were winning national championships.
They won the national championship in what, 99?
Yeah,
89.
They were when that quarterback was sick, right?
Yeah. No, the year after, when they beat Notre Dame. That was a clip on that last play.
Yeah,
I have the DVD upstairs.
That's awesome.
Sorry, Notre Dame fans, you lost.
Yeah, Travis Hunter is he's the real deal, man. And it was just funny that Michael Irvin was saying that's exactly what they did with Deion. They said, Deion, you come play for us. We're gonna let you play receiver.
Yep.
Well, he probably promised the kid the same thing. I want to see what he's making in NIL money.
Yep. Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We got to figure that one out. All right. So we got that going on. We got Travis Hunter. I just bring up Deion. It just bothered me about that, but those players did play well. And look, his son is good. Yeah. His son produced at
he didn't flinch.
No, man.
At all.
He did not. But then again, both teams were terrible on defense.
And who was his mentor?
Byron Jones. We know this. Why are you bragging?
Not hardly. Who's his mentor, Victor? You see the guy all the time. You know, when you golfing and stuff.
Brady?
There you go. That's his guy.
Brady mentored him?
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I'm saying that's his mentor. Yeah, he talks to him all the time.
Brady talks with what's it? How do you pronounce his name?
Shador or something like that.
Shador?
Sanders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't believe Brady never brought it up to you, Vic.
Yeah, why would he tell you, Victor?
Yeah, you guys are tight, right?
Because we always talk about the other thing.
Okay.
You know, I want to talk about his how he invests and, how he's going through a divorce and, it's
VictorArocho.com.
Yeah, anyway. Go to VictorArocho.com. That's right. Go in there. You can make some money there.
Gave you a free plug.
Yes, thank you very much. I really appreciate it, my fraternity brother. I am here to protect lives and make sure that we leave generational money. And we don't have to play. We do not have to play in the NFL to leave generational money to help our kids.
Are you putting a plug in right now?
Yes, I am.
I started, Byron. It's my fault. I started him
He brought it up.
I brought it up. Sorry,
I had to run with it. And don't forget a gravy stack. Look at we got our debit card for kids. Right. And this teaches them if money goes in there, then it goes in different pockets, one to save, one to spend, one to invest, and one to give to the church or to any charity that you want. It's a great way to teach kids financial education. Because Lord knows this country needs financial education. That's a fact.
Byron, I'm sorry. I got him going. I'll see you guys later.
Somebody got to keep the lights on, baby. Somebody can keep the light. Hey, look, I'm protecting lives. So anyways, all righty. So we got that. It's still 0-0 in the first quarter. So nobody's doing anything. All right, Byron, what you got next? I had a few more, so I'm trying to go through my list right now.
The New York Jets crying about, Aaron Rodgers still crying about, what happened, in the preseason game.
What I haven't been paying any attention
to the Giants?
To the Jets. Yeah. What happened in the preseason game?
Jahar Ward, one of the edge rushers, pushed him after he threw the play, and then, they got into it. And basically, I don't know you, bro. Who are you, bro? And they're going back and forth. Then, Aaron Rodgers saying he's a liar, that it didn't happen like that, even though you had, what do you call that, Hard Knocks on?
Yeah.
It taped the whole conversation between these two, but he's still trying to say the guy's lying. So, when we play in October, so it's back and forth with that.
Someone touched Aaron?
Oh, yeah, they pushed him.
Oh no. Is he okay?
Yeah, he got a little boo-boo on his shoulder, whatever. Yeah.
I'm so worried about Aaron Rodgers' well-being.
He should worry about them two tackles. He has a 38-year-old left tackle that just came back, from Dwayne Brown is 38.
Yeah.
The other guy hasn't really played in the last 3 years. Mekhi Becton from Louisville. He's a big, giant, huge something. And he better worry about the offensive line and don't worry about all the other extra stuff because it might come down to crumbling when they played the Bills on Sunday or was it Monday night?
It kind of makes me think
be
maybe
a
they should run
tiring
in the run and
Sunday
shoot.
and Monday. You know that,
Yeah.
right, guys? It's going to be
What?
a tiring Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
Because you got Sunday night, we got our Giants and the Cowboys, and then we got to be up Monday night to watch the Bills and the Jets.
I just want to watch it for the beatdown. That's all.
Beatdown of who?
Detroit just scored. I'm in Rod.
Oh, I'm a little bit delayed. Oh, yeah.
I don't have the game on here, so it's
What did you say? Who's going to get beat down?
Because I changed my mind. I'm going to say the Jets are going to get beat down by Buffalo.
Famous Byron flip.
Okay, wait a second. Who do you have winning the AFC East?
Oh, now I got Buffalo. I changed my mind again.
You are the worst, dude. You are such a flip flopper.
Yeah, I know. I just did
I must have you on 4 shows saying AFC East. I even have it picked.
I just did a dive off the balcony.
Yeah, he's outside the owner's box right now. That's
right. All I could do was walk outside the door and I'd be out on the beach.
I'm still saying Miami only if Tua stays healthy.
Oh, right.
No,
Quotes, where are the quotes?
Sorry.
Say it again.
Only if Tua stays healthy.
Okay, that's not going to happen.
No, I know that, but
it's not going to happen.
He's only 7 days away from going into concussion protocol.
The Jets got a good defense. Buffalo's got a good defense, and Belichick's got a good defense. That guy's not going to survive a season.
He's taking jujitsu and all kind of stuff to learn how to fall, so he can protect himself when he gets blindsided or whatever.
It doesn't protect the brain. That stuff doesn't protect the brain.
See, but when you fall, the way when you hit the ground, and if you have your arms going, that cushions the blow with your head.
When you get hit, you get hit.
Yeah.
You get hit.
You got to remember the concussion.
He tried that falling stuff. It was in preseason, bro. Those boys ain't going. They're going to be coming after. They know it, right? That AFC East is up for grabs, and they all know it.
That's why I flipped back to Buffalo.
But when Tua goes down, I am taking Buffalo.
When Tua goes down, okay. So Tua goes down, Buffalo. I'm picking Jets. I have faith.
Come on, man. Come to the dark side. Come on with the Buffalo Bills Mafia.
Come on, Victor.
No Bills Mafia. No. I'm picking the Jets, and let's see what happens. So, John, you've missed several shows, and several shows I've brought you up.
Okay.
And the reason being is, tell us what's happening. Look, when you hear reports of things going on Aaron Rodgers, or reports and Tua in Miami and this and that, it's not the same kind of reporting that's coming out of Denver.
No,
between Peyton and Russell Wilson, right? And it's not positive, right?
It's not. No.
But it's not like totally negative. That it's just not. It's just that
I think it's negative.
It's a flip flop. I'm going to finish here and let you go. It's a flip flop. It's like he's not his quarterback, but type of quarterback. But that's why Peyton was brought there, and he fixed some stuff. So it's like why do they keep switching the narrative? So I'm going to let you go. It's your team. I keep bringing that up. It's something's not happening in paradise.
I never said it was paradise. Number one.
No, I didn't say you did.
I think part of it is, Russell Wilson over the last how many years he's been playing has been built up by whatever organization he's in. Okay. Now I'm not saying what Sean Payton is doing is right, wrong, and different, but it is giving him a little bit different taste of, what a coach should be. I always go back to Herb Brooks, 1980 Olympic hockey coach. I'll be your coach. I won't be your friend, and that's kind of the way that Sean, and I think after this year, him and Sean will be best buddies. But right now there's still a little bit of conflict. And I'm one of those people who think sometimes conflict is good. Dan Reeves and John Elway hated each other.
Really?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. Mainly because of Mike Shanahan as the offense coordinator. But that's another story for another time. I think sometimes when you get that between coach and player, it can actually work out well for everyone. I don't think there's animosity.
Wilson's
there.
no Elway.
That's true. That's true too. But I think that I don't think there's any animosity. I think it's just Peyton wants him to be more of a, tough guy. And I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but there is some validity
it just bothers
to it.
me that it's not like, it's just some smelly there, right? Like I just pulled up right now a day ago that Russell was called out for not being focused.
He's Russell Wilson not being focused next year, so.
Yeah, because he has a certain image, I guess he wants to uphold, Russell Wilson, and that with him and his wife, and there's a certain thing they want to do, and I guess Sean Payton is like, we're here to play football and all that other stuff.
You say that for the off season. This is football season now. Well, let me tell you, I guess the one that came out yesterday was you're not here to bleep and kiss babies. You're here to play football. You're not running for public office.
Yep. He used the fun word.
Yeah, I bleeped it. You saw that. But there was, and I don't do that often, especially after going to Upsala. But we kind of use that word liberally. But
no, I think I have it here where you stop bleeping, kissing all the babies.
Yeah.
You're not running for public office.
Yeah.
But I think, once again, that's something that Russell Wilson also needs to hear. I think, he has his own image, but you're a football player and you're playing at a high level and you're playing for a team that paid a lot of money to get you there and gave up a lot to get you there. And also, they paid a lot to bring Sean Payton in, and you pay that much for a head coach. It's pretty much his way or the highway. And I think Russell's figuring that out. And I think hopefully after the first couple of weeks, he'll have it figured out. But it also could be just, they're playing us. They're running a gag on us.
It could be optics, but it also could be, and Byron, I want you to answer to this. It could also be that, Sean Payton is demonstrating to the team
nobody's exempt.
Nobody's exempt.
Yeah.
Especially the number one guy on the team. So therefore, if I'm that hard on him, you better watch out, number 56.
Hey, leave Barrett Browning alone, man. Come on, the guy's coming off
the 56th player, the 57th,
okay.
53rd player. Every one of them needs to beware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like no different when Tampa won the Super Bowl. Arians called out. I mean, he wasn't as bad as what's happening with you guys, but Arians called out Brady. With no problem.
Well, remember back in the day, Bill Parcells called out Phil Simms
all the time.
All the time. Yeah. The only one he didn't call out was Lawrence Taylor.
They were
or Harry. He didn't call out Harry Carson either.
They hope he will show up on time. That's probably why they didn't say anything to him.
They didn't say a word to him. I heard Lawrence Taylor used to drive a golf cart to practice on the field. They literally let him do what he wanted to do.
Him and Harry Carson.
One of the books I had, they said he would go to sleep underneath, like, you're watching film, film study. They said he would come in the room, put sunglasses on, and lay down on the floor and go to sleep. And then they would go through the whole meeting, and then, Belichick or whoever the coordinator was, hey, and he would, I'm supposed to do this, and this, and lay back down. He knew his assignments. It's just that's just him.
Oh, wait a second. So he would fall asleep, but he still knew the assignment.
He knew his assignments. Yeah,
he knew what he was supposed to do. And everybody else was supposed to. So, you really can't say anything. It was like, you good out there?
Who was the guy on the linebacker? Wasn't it Banks that had kind of like messed up skin?
Yeah, that was Carl Banks.
Carl Banks. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Carl Banks, and so all those linebackers were good. It's not confused the game. Lawrence Taylor was just superstar good, but those guys were all good. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's very fair. Yep.
That's where I heard that back then. Remember, we were young. That's when Carl Banks was saying he had a book on every player he played against. And he would go through every book, their tendencies, the thing. And that's when you started realizing like the aptitude of what made that team great. And the fact that those linebackers not only were skilled, they were smart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were smart. Harry Carson was smart. You know what I mean?
So Gary Reason, smart.
Yeah.
So Gary, he said he had a bank and he'd have a book and he'd go through that book on who they were playing. You know what I mean? He would go through every single one of them. But I wanted to bring something. I was reading the New York Post, which is, it's the New York Post. But let me tell you about Parcells. We just brought up Parcells. Parcells has given, back then the money, Parcells has lent out over $4 million to former players with no expectation of giving it back.
Yep.
He says he's lent it to them because, maybe the guys who's called them, if they needed something, he has taken care of players up to $4 million.
Because they took care of him. He wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, without these guys. They sacrificed a lot.
That's because the league won't take care of him.
Don't knock that, Byron. Come on, that's not fair, man. Don't knock because they take care of him.
No, that's part of it. That's part of it.
That's part of it. They sit there, they put their lives, might as well, put their body.
He did say that, but I'm just saying it's still. But okay. By the way, he acknowledged that. He goes, look, I got a lot for these guys and this and that. But, sometimes these guys are taken advantage of. They weren't making the money these guys are making today. You know what I mean? I just can't imagine any of these guys with these contracts that, I think there's still opportunity for someone to be taken. I just don't think that they're going to be taken where they're going to be going bust. Right. It's just so much money. Number one, unless, but then again, you got the Madoffs of the world who took, he took the Mets owner for $400 million.
Yeah.
Right. So, but it was just nice to read about Parcells, right? That he took care of his players. And it's not like every coach has said they've done that.
Well, plus, if you look at the league, historically, they don't take care of the guys. Once they're done, they're done. That's it. We'll put you in the hall, but we're not going to buy you dinner.
Yeah, but people don't realize.
Time out. You get a pension after 3 years, right, Byron?
Yeah, you don't get it till you're 55.
Yeah. And most careers are over by age 27.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, 27, 28. So now you got 27, 28. You got to wait all the way till you're 55 to get this money.
What pension do you know gives it to you after 3 years and you get paid right away?
None.
Okay, so then what's the difference? When you were in the sheriff, you got a pension as a sheriff?
Yeah, I got one now. After 25 years.
How many years did you? I'm just saying you had to be there for sure.
Yeah, but I got it as soon as I was finished after 25 years.
After 25 years?
Yeah.
What would you have gotten after 10? Peanuts.
Probably nothing.
Like 30%?
Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
My dad went 20 years in the Army. His pension wasn't fantastic. In fact, they didn't even tell him about disability. So look, they get that. They get health insurance. I'm not saying it's all the greatest.
They don't get health insurance once they're finished. They get nothing. They have to go. They have to go get a job like everybody else. They do not get health insurance. Okay. I'll look it up. But according to my buddy who played, was younger than me. Right. He played. He came to me because we were trying to figure out how to get reinsurance because they give him coverage. You get health coverage for after a certain amount of years, right? And then, but it's only for extremities. So it's like they don't cover like the major stuff that you need. So it's health insurance. Yeah, the major stuff that they got hurt doing.
Yeah.
So, but I understand. I'm just saying, and I'm not making light of it. I think they should get more. Or something should happen, right? I mean, I think the plan, but they should build that into the collective bargaining too, Byron, because think about it. Didn't you just say we did a study before that the average running backs were making less than like 4 million, right?
Yeah.
And these guys are making 100 and something million. The collective bargaining agreement is going to put some of that money towards health insurance.
You have a small group that make that kind of money. Everybody doesn't make that money. They all don't. It's like a real small group. They've been trying to get money, from the old, the guys that built that game from the 40s and the 50s and 60s, and they do these guys dirty. And also, they open up with the CT thing and all this other stuff. Oh, well, we need to open up this, these guys can get, it took them decades to give these guys insurance, the ones that really needed it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that in the collective bargaining agreement, some of those guys that are making that crazy kind of money, somewhere along they need to somehow part of it's got to be contributed because they could build a fund for insurance for these guys. But
they have one. I mean, it took they just started it. That like maybe
it's not too long ago. It's just brand new. Yeah, like the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Because you had all these players that could not pay their medical bills that were physically unable to even walk because of what they did for the game.
Have you seen how John Elway works?
Yeah, but he also was one of the guys making, when $1 million a year was unheard of.
Well, he was worth $100 million outside of football.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and so that's, so he was taking care of his family. Talk about generational wealth. Jack Jr. doesn't have to, worry about a thing. That's why he didn't finish going to college and playing football, because he didn't need to.
Yeah, but how many of them other, what you got the Elway? What about them other guys that played?
Right.
They didn't get that kind of money. They some of them went, check by, like everybody else, check by check by check. And
wasn't it the old quarterback for Jim McMahon? He's one of the guys that him and Ditka, and some of those old guys, they're the ones that put together, a fund for, retired. Yeah. So, but that's just been the last 5-6 years.
And it's a shame that you had those old timers that have done very well, that they're going to get together, that they're going to put a fund, so these guys can, they need a wheelchair, they need this, they need that, or whatever. And it's the NFL is a multi-billion-dollar
company.
A company.
Think about it. The
they don't take care
Cowboys are worth what, $6 billion? Just one team.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. They got to do something where part of the proceeds, part of the profits, you gotta go into some type of.
Don't say profit.
Okay, part of the revenue. Revenue's not profit.
It doesn't matter. Don't say it.
Why?
But that's a bad word with NFL. Revenue, revenue sharing.
I don't believe in opening up the books.
I can't. What?
I don't believe in opening up the books.
Why not?
Because you didn't put up the money. You didn't put up the $250 million to buy the team. The guy took the risk.
But I'm out there risking my body, playing every game, every week.
Don't play. But don't play.
Oh, that's all. That's the easy way to do
it. Byron, it's unfair. Look, I believe in giving to the fund. I believe they should give back. I believe in a lot of that, right? But I do not believe it is a private company, right? It's not a public unless it's Green Bay, okay? Yeah. There's no reason that an entrepreneur who takes the risk to put the money into a team and facilities.
Name one team that's losing money. One. None of them losing money.
None of them, not even Cleveland.
Wait, time out. That is not true. Okay? They're not losing money today. But a lot of the teams, why did they move from one city to the next?
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about right this second.
But you can't act like, okay, dimes is different. I'm just saying to you, let's not act like these teams didn't make money. Teams have moved because they weren't making money.
How many teams have moved? 2, 3?
No.
The Raiders moved every 5 years. So
Raiders, St. Louis, Los Angeles, San Diego, Baltimore, Cleveland. Let's keep going, bro.
4 out of 32 have moved.
We can keep going, bro. There's a lot of them. There's only the staples that haven't moved.
4.
Right? And then they renegotiate. I'm just saying they should not open up the books. It's a private company. It's your company. It's my company.
Yeah, but
Here's a prediction for you guys. Talking about teams moving, I'm going to tell you a team that's going to move just north but stay in the same state. Chicago Bears. They recently bought out the old racetrack up in Arlington Heights, Illinois. More of suburban access than going to downtown Chicago. The Bears are going to turn a profit.
Really?
Yeah.
So man, but that stadium is awesome. It's right.
It is. But Soldier Field is historic, but it's a nightmare going. We were down there last year just for a week, and we flew into Midway. We went downtown for a little while, but just driving by the stadium, the parking situation is horrible. So you get them out in the suburbs, it's going to be a lot better for the Bears. The Bears.
Yeah. Well, what's going to be better? They sell out, don't they?
Yeah. They do, but it's going to be a larger stadium. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be able to, have a lot more amenities. Not saying they don't at Soldier Bank, Chase Field, whatever it's called. What's that?
Who's going to be able to afford that? The people that live in that area, because that's just the way it is, man. It's a big business. That's all it is. You figure they make money preseason. They charge for parking. Yep. They charge a crazy amount for the seats. There's still all the apparel.
7-7, by the way.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
where's all that money go? It goes in the owner's pocket.
Yeah.
So
Well, the problem is that the stadium downtown, all the parking is city parking for the most part. So now it's going to go all to the McCaskey family.
Kind of like what Paul Allen did with the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, you're not going to build your stadium?
Yes.
Well, you know what? I'll pay for my own stadium. I'll pay for the parking, and you get nothing. That's exactly what the Seattle Seahawks guy did years ago.
And it's a shame. I used to go.
Oh, did Seattle Seahawks move?
Yeah, they have their own stadium.
Where they moved to? Seattle ain't move anywhere.
They moved to Seattle.
Not Seattle Seahawks.
Supersonics.
You mentioned the Supersonics. Sorry, when you mentioned Paul Allen, I immediately Paul Allen owns the Seahawks.
Well, used to, yeah. Until he passed.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. That's right. He owned the NFL team and he owns an NBA team.
Yep.
Because he owns.
And then you have Stan Kroenke, who owns the Nuggets, the Avalanche, and the Rams.
Damn. Yeah,
So
money like that.
He's got rings right now. The Kroenkes have rings. And
rings.
now one of his in-laws, another Walmart person, owns the Broncos. So Walmart is all over Colorado sports right now.
It's kind of like Walmart stores all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sam's Club. I hate going to Sam's Club. Oh, fortune.
Why?
Because I spend too much money. Going there for one thing. Next thing I got $500 worth of stuff and more toilet paper than I'll use in a lifetime.
Yeah, but toilet paper and stuff like that isn't so bad because it's non-perishable and you can hold on to it, right? But it's when you buy the other stuff, that is like you get stupid, right?
Yep.
It's a big cereal box that's like you got everyone's box.
I do have a
bottle of ketchup and stuff.
And Vic, since you're in Florida, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
And White Castle or Crystal?
No, White Castle.
I was just at White Castle last week.
White Castle. I will never surrender.
White Castle
I don't think I've ever been to Crystal.
Like I went to White Castle on the way back from the Perth Amboy game.
Okay.
On Route 1, North Brunswick.
Isn't there a White Castle in Amboy?
No, it's like one in Rawway.
Oh, I thought there was one in Amboy.
Rawway, one in Edison, one in right on Route 1, and one on North Brunswick. The further
there's one in Woodbridge, isn't there?
I don't think anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
It used to be, right?
It used to be. It moved up to like Rawway on Route 1.
Now, Byron, there is one up in Allentown.
It is? What?
Yeah. It's Bethlehem, Allentown area. There's one up there. The only reason I know that is because the trainer, from my job, she works up there. Whenever she comes in the office and I'm in the office, I always like give her $20 to get me like 100 sliders. And but yeah, that's the only time I really indulge in that kind of stuff. But I just want to get on the record that Crystals is a Florida poor man's version of White Castle.
I've never been to a Crystal.
Crystal. Perth Amboy had a Crystals back. This is before your time, Victor. Like Perth Amboy had a Crystals over by the train station, like where not Costa's, where the hot dog stand is, but on the other. What is that? That's Fifth Street, Fayette Street, not Fayette Street. Market Street. On Market Street by the train station, they used to have right there.
Crystals?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The one thing I saw, I thought of all the Rowe brothers last weekend. I saw a hot dog truck that said Ed's Hot Dogs on it.
Yeah, he passed, didn't he?
Yeah, and his brother took us for all our money and ran off to Florida. So not the same guy, but yeah.
Yeah, that was it was a hot dog truck that was like a staple in like Bloomfield.
Now JJ's, I heard, is still there, which is kind of sad.
Y'all are making me hungry. Actually, I'm on my way to go to dinner now.
Okay.
But steak.
Well, I had my 3 double cheeseburgers, some onion rings, and a pizza.
Three. I saw that.
3 double cheeseburgers. 3.
I had a Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich. That was it.
From where?
From White Castle.
Oh,
when you went, okay.
So
the only time I go to White Castles and stuff was back in the day when we were out partying. I wouldn't go to White Castle to eat. Like
the last time I went to
now I'll buy them in the store and throw them in the microwave just for novelty purposes. But you got to eat 8 million of them to really.
Yeah, and I ate those 3, and by the time I got home, my stomach was killing me. I got home.
If you definitely need help because you're bloated, you need to eat the White
Castle.
It was bad.
It was bad.
No, I'm going to steak joint right now. I'm actually got somebody coming in. All right, so we're getting ready for the season. I'm excited. So, are you looking forward to who's Denver coming up with first?
The Las Vegas Raiders.
The Raiders.
I think you should beat the Raiders.
We should, yeah.
Okay, but I like Jimmy G, so
Yeah, but little Joshy is their coach.
Yeah,
he's not a good head coach.
Who's it? Josh
McDaniels.
McDaniels, right? Oh.
They call me Little Hoodie.
Oh my God!
Does he cut the sleeves off too?
Yes, he does. He does that too.
Copycat.
Oh my God!
I want to look like Daddy Bill.
Well, listen, we'll see. But I'm excited now for the season. Get ready for some numbers, some stats. It's 7-7. Hey guys, you guys should watch it if you get a chance. I don't know if you like it, but on Netflix they got the Gators, the Swamped, or the
I watched that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It was pretty good, and it's amazing how anxiety and stress can hit you at any level, any success of everything that you do. Like you think it's you because you're not that limelight person, right?
Right.
But that thing hits you no matter where you're at.
The one guy they didn't mention a lot, number 81.
What's his name?
They didn't mention that guy. Not really a little bit, but not really as more as I thought. I thought it'd be a little bit more, but they really didn't do it at all.
What's his name?
Number 81.
Aaron something or other.
Aaron Hernandez. Yeah.
They didn't mention him.
No, I don't think they did. They showed him. They mentioned him. I forgot he went there until I saw that.
Yeah.
Right. But they didn't mention him. I mean, he had problems. You're a product.
The last place he should have played was New England.
Mental illness is a problem for people. I've met someone who's family member has mental illness, and the only way they can keep getting past it is just kind of constantly talking about it by helping others. If not, they get into a dark. If they're solo, they're in a dark place. If they're out there, preaching and helping and doing something else, it seems to help them. But if they're solo, it's tough. Mental illness is something. It's one of those things that people don't want to talk about, but until it comes to the limelight or things happen to someone of prominence, then you start seeing. It's amazing. A lot of actors have mental illness. That's why they act. Because it's their ability to be somebody else.
Well, I was a theater arts major at Upsala, right? You didn't know that, right?
No way.
Yeah, I was. I'm dead serious.
You were in drama. You were in those plays and stuff.
Yeah.
We used to go watch them, but we were. That's funny. I wish I would have tried it, but I never.
Well, as you can tell, I have issues, so that's part of it.
Well, you have to have issues if you were a punt returner too, right? They say you got.
No. I was on the punt return team. I was not the guy getting. No, that was Roy Jarrett. You remember Roy, don't you?
Yeah, that's my little brother.
Yeah. So Roy was great.
Roy became a punt returner. Yeah, Roy was really good.
He was really good.
He's my little brother.
Yep.
I was a punt returner, folks.
That's probably why he picked you.
Yeah, that
it's that punt returner bond.
Yeah,
you read about all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I put up some numbers.
I know you did. But actually, Roy, for the first 2 years or first 2-3 weeks our freshman year, he led the NCAA in kickoff returns and punt returns.
Yeah, I ended up number 3 in the country my sophomore year.
Yeah.
I was number 1 for most of the year, and I ended number 3 the whole year. But I ended number 3 for the country. Average 18. But so I'll end you this story. So I get a letter in our mailboxes, and it's from the president of the college. And I'm like, oh man, our fraternity's in trouble. That's the first thing I thought. Like, why am I getting a handwritten letter from the president? First thing I thought, we did something. And we did a lot of stuff.
We did. Yeah,
right?
we did.
And no, it was because that NCAA paper.
Yep.
Because I was ranked, got us in that paper.
Oh, cool.
Right. So he was like thanking us for getting, up to some prominence and stuff like that. But my first reaction wasn't that.
He never found out about the soda machine, did he?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither. I didn't know nothing about that. Yeah.
I don't know anything about an Upsala tennis and racquetball sign.
Nope, none whatsoever. None of that stuff.
Byron, you have no idea things that we saw.
People ask me like, "Oh, you were in a frat?" I said, "Yeah, it's more like a gang."
Nah. We were good. Hey, listen to me. We were
We
good.
we were the good guys on campus, though.
Yes, we were.
We were the good guys.
All the parties.
Yep.
All the parties were at our house, at our fraternity house. The girls felt safe. You know,
Yep.
we were good guys. So,
Yep.
all right, my brothers. Well, again, let me wrap this up. Don't forget, every Thursday at what time, Byron?
Don't.
8 p.m. live on Facebook and YouTube. We could also stream, and you'll be hearing us on
There you go.
joining our
Better.
podcast. What's the matter?
Better. Yeah. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Oh, shoot, you actually had the right numbers up.
Oh,
All right, 8 o'clock. Don't forget to subscribe to us on
I'd
all
show
our
'em.
channels, on
Yeah.
YouTube, on Facebook, on Stitcher, on Spotify, on every social media outlet you can. Find the Jersey Boy Sports Talk. John, I really appreciate you joining us again and giving us some information on what's happening in Denver. Good luck at Denver.
Same to you
We are
guys.
looking forward to us. Don't forget to check the link below. Check out our Gravy Stack banking app for kids. It's a good way to teach them good financial sound practices. We got to do something in this country to change the way we spend and get ourselves out of debt. Every Thursday, we're looking for next week. Next week will be it'll be our first podcast after a NFL game.
Yeah, I hope so.
Right now it's 7-7 and it's going into the second half. So you guys have a great night. God bless. Uncle Eric, thanks for watching. Mo and family, God bless you. And to all those out there that have lost somebody, and prayers to everybody. And, let's keep, spread the word of love. God bless. Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.
All right.